Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. We start with a first alert update about multiple fires reported at the Bay Beach Wildlife Sanctuary.
Fire officials earlier this afternoon asking the community to avoid that area. Samantha Cavalli joins us live from the scene with what crews faced when they got there. Samantha.
Yeah, Bill and Cammie, the Green Bay Metro Fire Department tells us that they encountered small pockets of fire that started about 200 yards away from the nature center here at the Wildlife Sanctuary in Bay Beach. And as we've told you, crews were here at around 3:15 for the initial call that came in. We're told that crews found multiple areas full of cottonwood and dry bush that had ignited. It took firefighters about an hour to make sure everything was put out, and the initial call was called in by people who are walking on the trail. They used 4 teams and an UTV unit. No animals at the sanctuary were hurt, although officials say a deer stand sustained some slight charring. Now tonight, a news release from the Metro Fire Department says that the cause of these fires remains under investigation. There were no injuries or an estimated dollar amount of damages done in the sanctuary or on the trails. The park and trails were reopened just about an hour ago, and as a reminder, our area is still in a high fire danger per the DNR's website. So that's a big issue currently here in the state, but more on that to come next in weather. Reporting live in Green Bay, Samantha Cavalli for Action 2 News.